It is a few minutes past midnight on a quiet road in Burke, Virginia. A parked car, two people in it, talking about nothing, and then something white comes out of the bushes, moving fast, shouting, with an axe in its hand. Welcome to the Horror Hub. Today's monster, the Bunny Man. Sunday, the 18th of October, 1970. Robert Bennett is a cadet at the Air Force Academy. He and his fiancée had been to the Air Force Navy game. They are parked on Guinea Road across from his uncle's house. A man runs out of the bushes wearing a white suit with long rabbit ears. He shouts, "You are on private property and I have your tag number." Then he throws a wooden-handled hatchet through the passenger window. Nobody is hurt. The police recover the hatchet. And here, at the very start of the legend, is the detail almost nobody repeats. The two witnesses did not agree on what they saw. Bennett told police the man had long rabbit ears. His fiancée said he had no ears at all, that he wore a tall white pointed hood. They both got a clear look at his face. Neither could tell you more than that. The most famous feature of this monster was in dispute on the very first night. 11 days later, Thursday, the 29th of October, 10:30 at night, 1 block away. A security guard named Paul Phillips is watching a house under construction. There is a man on the porch in a gray, black, and white rabbit suit, chopping at a post with a long-handled axe. They count the damage afterwards, 8 gashes in the post. The man says, "All you people trespass around here. If you do not get out of here, I am going to bust you on the head." Phillips goes for his handgun. The man walks off into the woods. 6 officers respond to that call. The report notes that they found no rabbit. A week before that, the Washington Post had already run the headline, "Man in Bunny Suit Sought in Fairfax." That is the moment this stops being a police matter and becomes a story. By the 6th of November, the Post is reporting he has been seen at least 50 times. Not in Burke, across Washington, D.C., across Maryland, across Prince George's County. An entire region has started finding him. The investigator works the case into the spring. His summary is dated the 14th of March, 1971, and it ends with the sentence we are going to come back to. The case is marked inactive. The man in the rabbit suit is never identified, never arrested, never charged. By 1973, a student at the University of Maryland is collecting versions for a class paper. There are already dozens. Same rabbit, different town, different road, different night. And in some of them, for the first time, somebody dies. That is what happens to a story with no ending. People finish it for you. And then it moves. Not the man, the story. It travels about 6 miles to a 1-lane tunnel under a railway line near Clifton, called the Colchester Overpass. Concrete, narrow, dark at both ends, built around 1906. Nothing in the 1970 record ever happened there. It only looks the way the story feels. In 1999, somebody posted a history for it on a ghost story website. 1904, a bus carrying inmates from an asylum crashes on the way to Lorton. One of them, Douglas Griffin, kills another escapee, and after that the bodies start turning up hanging from the bridge. It is a good piece of writing. It has names and dates and places. And it finishes by telling you that if you do not believe it, you can go and check the records at the town library in Clifton. There was never an asylum in Fairfax County. Lorton was not open yet. Neither Griffin nor the man he supposedly killed appears anywhere in the court records. And there has never at any point been a town library in Clifton. The dare was the trick. Nobody was ever going to make the trip, and being invited to check is what made it feel checked. That is the version that travels. On Halloween in 2011, the county ran a 14-hour traffic checkpoint at the overpass, and turned away more than 200 people, some of whom had driven from as far as Pennsylvania to stand under a bridge where nothing ever happened. Which leaves the part nobody invented. 2 nights in October 1970, a real man walked out of real woods in a rabbit costume carrying a real axe, told 2 sets of strangers to get off his land, and was never found. Here is the line Fairfax County closed his file with. It is still unsubstantiated as to whether or not there really is a white rabbit. They couldn't tell you for certain he was ever there at all, and the 2 people who saw him first could never agree on whether he had ears.